As a creative, I'm always looking for new stories to tell, and with researchers, often they don't get the opportunity to tell those stories through art, so through films or through animation or through spoken word. So I think Creative Encounters is a fantastic opportunity for researchers to partner with creatives and get their research out to a more wider audience, but also gain some skills along the way. So things like, the ability to tell a story, filming, animation, developing those craft skills and those communication skills so they can engage a broader audience with their research and increase public engagement.
So my research is looking at how to strengthen the resilience of essential services in places of conflict and violence, and this is quite a difficult, complex and messy topic, so it can be challenging to communicate it effectively to others. So I thought doing this collaboration with Cambridge Creative Encounters was a good opportunity to be able to develop something that's more visually appealing, more succinct, more clear at effectively communicating this, and then also being able to reach a wider audience with that.
So working with Emma has been a fantastic experience. It's been enjoyable, interesting, and I've learned a lot about that type of research that she's doing. So I think, when you're collaborating with someone in a small team, it's important that you get along and there's chemistry, but also you respect each other's work ethic, and it's fun. It's a fun experience. And what was great working with Emma is that she had a really clear idea of what she wanted to communicate with the story, and that makes my job as a creative a lot easier. So I think that's something that I would recommend to any future collaborations. Have a clear idea of what you want to communicate. If you don't have a clear idea of what you want to communicate, and you've got the research, it's really interesting. It's about unpacking that a bit more and thinking about novel ways to tell that story. And every piece of research has a story to tell, and I think it's the job of the creative and the collaborator to find out what that story is and tell it in a compelling way.
So I've really enjoyed working so far with Colin. We've been able to really kind of iterate through this process and produce a story from the research that connects with people and that really brings this research into a wider audience. And in that process, we've built a storyboard. We had to think about where to source the footage, the different visuals, how to use the right wording to be sensitive to such a complex and politicized context. So we connected with people in Gaza to be able to source footage directly from them, and we were careful about the types of imagery that we were using to really reflect that story properly. So as an engineer, as a STEM-based researcher, I think there's often the case that our research it's difficult to engage with. It's very technical. So I think this type of opportunity is really good in not only allowing someone like myself to think more creatively about how to present my research, but also in being able to have that reach a wider audience and kind of speak to people that you wouldn't usually speak to.